Hi, welcome to EnterMyHorse. I'm going to show you how to download the link and put it in, install the program on your computer, and then from there, after we finish that, we will go into setting up a show and then the parts and components that you need to run the show. So the first part we're going to do is to open up the Word document, copy the link, hit paste. On your web browser, hit paste, and that takes you to the program. So we're going to hit download, and this takes a few minutes for it to download and get the program onto your system. Some computers, okay, so you want to hit save file right here. This next couple steps, some computers will get these messages, some won't. Mine, I have to go up here, double click this. Okay, here is where it says it's an executable file and it may be malicious. Are you sure you want to launch it? So I'm going to hit OK. Okay, on this Windows protection, I get this, and the rest of you will get it. Others have not gotten it. You want to hit more info. It's just from Microsoft telling us that if you make sure that you know where this is coming from. So you're going to hit more info and you're going to hit run anyway. Okay, that's going to install the program onto your computer. So let me reduce this so you can see what the screen looks like. Okay, so now you're going to install the setup on your program. So you want to hit next right here. This is telling you what folder it's going, so it's going to go in my C folder, in the program file with the x86 ITBS EnterMyHorse setup. Now you can click browse and put it someplace else if you choose to, but you need to have it on your C drive. So I'm going to hit next there, and here click next to hit the installation. So hit next. This takes a couple of seconds for it to do. When you get this, just click yes. That'll install the program onto your computer. All right, so now we've got it installed. We're going to hit close. Okay, you'll see that you got an EMH icon on your desktop. That's what we're going to click on next. So next, go to EMH, double click it. It's going to launch the program. Again, click yes. It's just saying it doesn't know the publisher, and you know it, it's me. And this is the screen you'll come up. It will launch in just a minute. There we go. And you will see the 6 buttons that we use. Now this is pretty big right here. I'll show you how you can change your font. But the first place you want to go is this setup EMH. You're going to go to there. It says no event data available. That's exactly what you want to see. So click OK. You're going to go to preferences. So we have the default preferences set already. There's 2 things you're going to have to do in here. You're going to have to come up with a folder to put your files in. I usually put it on my desktop, so I'm going to hit browse, make new folder, and I'm going to name the folder for this show. So right now, while I'm doing video show folder, so I know which one it is, so I'm going to click OK. So now I want to hit browse one more time and go to that folder. Oops. Oh, for whatever reason, it just called it new folder. Click OK. So I'm going to rename it this way. DEO. All right, so let's go back down here, find the folder. See, now it says video. Click OK. Now, the fonts are pretty big. Right here is where you change it. I like my fonts to be at about 17. It just makes it easier for me to see everything that I want to see. So you're going to click Apply Changes, and you'll see everything will come back smaller. There we go. All right, so we're going to go back into Setup EMH. The next thing you're going to do is your file management. With file management, you want to go to load shows. Okay, you'll see I have a bunch of shows in my files. Yours is just going to have a blank show. So click show blank. That's what you want to start with, and click open. Once that's done, you'll get a message. There it goes, that it's ready. It's been copied to it. Now the show blank holds all the information that NRHA currently has. So for memberships, competition license, and that kind of stuff. I will keep it updated. You won't have to worry about that. You'll just have to make sure you get the latest version of your show blank. So each time you use your program, we just need to make sure you have a current show blank so that you're getting the most current information that we have from NRHA. So we're going to go right here. In your management, this is where if you want to look up somebody's membership, you can click here. You're going to type in a last name. We'll use my name. Okay. You can't put the first name in. You just have to use the last name, then use your drop down and find it. But you can put the number in. I'll put another number in, 42132. That's my husband, and it will take you straight to it. So I just double check and make sure I have all the information. So right here, this is where the Social Security number goes. I don't have that one in there, so that just reminds me, okay, I need to get that information if this person gets a membership or gets any earnings or so. But it'll store it in your system for you. So hit update if you change anything. If not, you can. Horses informations are here, and the divisional ones as well. So in the preferences, the main thing you use in preference once you set it up is going to be, this is used mainly when you set everything up in the very beginning. The next area that you'll use the most is the messaging and the billing, and we'll go into those later. So right now we're going to go into going ahead and setting up our show. So you've loaded your blank, so the next place is to set up your show. All right, so now we click on events. If we were working between different shows, like if I was going to work in this testing from Lexington because I'm doing something on an old show, I would click on it and it would reload that show for me. But since we're not doing that, we're going to set up a show from the beginning. So we're going to call this video test. It's the name of our show. Put the city. Now you're going to have to find United States in the drop down to get your state. From here you just type the state name and it'll pop up. If you don't have the zip code, you can just put a 0 in there. You want to put the date when the show starts. You can click on this or you can type the date in. So let's say the show starts tomorrow and it's going to end on the 28th. This next part is where you put in your office fees. So your stall fee, so it'll say it's $100. Your shavings, $10. Your paid warm-ups. If you have an early arrival fee. Cost for your RV, if it's for the weekend, like a flat fee, or if it's a nightly fee. So we're going to say this is a weekend fee of $50. Your video fee goes in here, and your drug fee, if you have a video and drug fee. Of course, everybody knows we have drug fees with NRHA and AQHA. Additional fees. This is stuff that you might run into. So one of the things that I do is I do tax splits. Okay, I'm going to put this as a number 1. That's going to say a dollar amount. So we'll talk about what you do with that information later. We're going to add that item. Then we're going to say we have miscellaneous items. We always have some kind of miscellaneous item. And you want to put a 1 in there as well, unless for that one. Now we want to do memberships. And if you have a flat fee membership, put that fee in there, or you can name it youth membership, whatever the memberships. And you just keep going on and on until you finish with your additional items. So we're going to add the fees, and this is just telling me that it's added it to the show stuff, and later on we can add it to our billing. Here, this is the information that we need for NRHA. You need your show manager's name or number, your show rep's name or number, and your contact is going to be your show secretary. So we're going to do our showman is going to be Robert, so we're going to click him. You have to click on the name and then put him here. Our show rep, okay, click on Tim's name and put him here. Click on this name, and that's my contact. So we're going to insert that, and that information is done. Now we're ready to go in and set up our shows. And you'll need your show number and that information that NRHA gives you, or the information you get from the home group. So here it says shows enter, so we're going to add new, and that's where it says show number. So since I'm not really doing an NRHA show, I'm just going to make up a number. Let's see, 2019 01 and then 26. And the show name, we're going to call this MSRHA Winter Slide 1. Our governing body for that one is going to be the NRHA. The show date, it's going to run, that particular show number is going to run on the 27th, so I'm just going to put it on there. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add a new, because you have to do it for each of your show numbers and your club classes. You have to create a show for that. So I'm going to give the club, I'm going to do that just a little different. Normally for clubs I give it 01, the date, and then the year. So this is going to be MSRHA club classes. Okay, and then you're going to click on club, and you'll use those designations on the governing body later in the program, but it's important to put them in here. Here it's going to run from the 27th, but I'm going to put all the club classes to run together in the reports for both days. So I'm only going to use one club show number. Okay, and then we're going to go back up here, we're going to add new, and let's do the 128, and that's going to be show 2. And the governing body for that is NRHA, but the date it's going to run is on the 28th. Insert show. So now I have 3 show numbers in the system, and you can see them right here. This is NRHA, NRHA, and then the club. That covers all of the classes. So now we're ready to go in and set up our class information. This is done with your show bill. Okay, so you're going to click here first and click add new. Then you're going to get a drop down of what class numbers are available. So we're going to start with class 1. It's going to run on the 27th. The pattern we're going to run is pattern 2. The gap is 8, and it's the final go around. We're going to name the class. This is important to name your class right here, because this information is going to show up on your draw sheets and your results sheets, so that everybody knows what classes these are. So we'll call this one Ladies, Men's. Now it's time to assign our judge. So I'm not really sure what his number is, but his last name is Johnson. So we're going to click here, and then I'm going to look down through here until I find the Johnson I'm looking for. It really helps if you have a nice common name like this Johnson to know the guys their number, but it's easy to find them too. So Sean's going to be our judge, and I'm going to hit insert class. Okay, so now we're in the ladies and men's. Now we're getting ready to do divisions. So I'm going to click up here, and it's a club class. So when I click club class, you'll see the divisions that are available are all club names. If I was to click on the winter, the divisions are your NRHA numbers. I would not have access to the club classes. So you have to make sure you're getting the correct information at the initial setup. That's why it's important to know if it's who your governing body is. So this one is our club. And now we can pick our division, which is ladies. I have no added money. Our entry fee is $20. Judges fee is $20. It's going to retain 50%. The trophy cost is $0. And other. And now you're going to insert division. So now it's telling me show ID not set. Select show from Dropbox before continuing. So hit OK. Alright, so let's see. There you go. So now it's telling me it's ready to be inserted. Division records added to the database. Continue adding a division. So if in that class, if you have more divisions to add, then you click yes. And you come back up here and you click on the next division. Keep all the data. As long as everything's the same, click yes. Okay, and then you insert it. This is new, so I'm not sure why it's telling me to do that again. Insert. So now I'm through with that class. It only had ladies and men, so I'm going to click no. That's going to take me back to where I add a new class. I like to choose yes at this point, because if you choose no each time, you're going to have to put in your judge. If you got more than one judge, then click no, put the next judge's number in and assign him. But in this instance, we have just one judge, so I'm going to just click yes here. And what I'm going to have to do is when I go to number 2, make sure I change my pattern to the correct pattern, and then I'll go back in here and change the name of the class. So the name of this class is going to be Rookie. 1, 2, and Prime Time. Whoops. There we go. So now I'm going to insert that. Class records were, so click OK. Now I need to go to my winner show. So I could scroll down through here, or I could put the number in. 5,300. There we go. Added money is 0. 20. So now here's where your trophy cost comes in, and you're going to choose the plaque, PL. That brings up the plaque, and I'm going to insert a division. So I want yes, and then I'm going to go to Rookie 2. Everything stays the same, so I'm going to click yes, insert, yes, and then go ahead and put Primetime Rookie in 2. Yes, insert. Okay, no. Now I'm ready to add my next class. And you keep doing this over and over. I'll show you what happens when you hit no. So let's say no here. It clears everything out. Then you can go back over here, choose class number 3, and your pattern, your class name, novice, horse, non-pro, open, 1 space 2. Okay, now our judge, let's say our judge is different for this class, so I'm going to type in their last name. I hit search, and there's Jim Dudley, put him on. If there's more than one judge for our class, like if it's a class that we have extra added money, type in the next judge's name. So right here, and you're going to put them for number 2. Okay, if that's not correct, just hit delete judge 2. Alright, so we're going to hit insert. Here we're going to go show. 1,700. There we go. So do 500. Added money. Your entry fee, your judge's fee, your retainage. And here you're going to have a pewter trophy or Morgan trophy. So the cost of that is $210. And you click here and call it pewter and insert. So I'm going to add another one, $17.50. Everything's going to stay the same. So I'm going to click yes and insert. 1800. So now the division information, I'm going to change this division, so I'm going to tell it no. Go back up here, choose your show. 330. Okay. Now, I told it to come back to the thing, but I wasn't finished, so I need to go in and put the novice non-pro level 2. I forgot to add that class. So at the class setup, you just find the class number. Do you see how I found it in the drop down? You click on it and just update your class. Okay, and now you click divisions. Now if you want to see what area you've already put in, you can click over here, and this tells you what classes have already been, divisions have already been entered in that class. Okay, so now when I add a new one, go back and add your show to it, and then find the division you missed and put the information in. Okay, so now we're back to show 4 or class 4. So add new class, keep the previous, so we're going to just keep yes. 4, 106, change the name to be youth, insert class, the show it's going to be in, and divisions. So here you can use your keypad to key in the numbers, or you can do the drop down. Okay, we have no added money, $10. You want to change, it defaults to 50%, so you're going to change your youth to 100%. That'll give you the points instead of the earnings. Don't forget to put the trophy cost in there and insert, and then put the rest of your youth classes in. Okay, so we're going to stop right there, and you just keep on doing that all the way down your show bill until you get everything entered. After you've entered all your classes, and you're ready to go to the next step, we're going to take a short break right here, and I'll take you on to the next step.